All right, everyone, let's get started on our final 30, 60, 90 triangle problem, which if you're looking here, it looks like a doozy, right? Which the harder the problem, the more exciting the problem. So let's get started. So example 4, we're actually going to be combining what we learned from this section and the previous section on 45, 45, 90 triangles. Because if you guys are looking here, I spot a 45-degree angle. So that probably means a 45, 45, 90 triangle is lurking, okay, in the midst. And if you guys see here, in the side, the big triangle, there are two little triangles. We got this triangle over here. All right, and then we have this triangle right beside it. So we have this one right here and this one. Okay, which looking here, I have a 45-degree angle and a 90-degree angle. So what do you guys think is the missing angle in this triangle? Holy hot dog, that would be a 45-degree angle. So this triangle is an isosceles right triangle. So these two sides are congruent. And in this triangle, I have a 30-degree angle and a 90-degree angle, which means my missing angle is a 60-degree angle. Look at that. So we're going to solve by breaking this apart into a 45, 45, 90-degree problem, as well as a 30, 60, 90-degree triangle problem. So we got our 45, 45, 90-degree triangle here, and then our 30, 60, 90 triangle here. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Miss Long, which triangle do we start with? Well, if I'm looking at the 30, 60, 90 triangle, I currently don't know any of the side lengths. Okay, so that triangle is not helpful to start with. But if I look at the other triangle, whoa, do you guys see I already know one of the values? So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the 45, 45, 90 triangle and then shift gears and work our way to the 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, which if you see here, I've split it up into the two triangles. Here's our 45, 45, 90 triangle, and here's our 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, so let's start solving. So if you see here, I have reminded you about the ratios for a 45, 45-degree 90 triangle. All right, and in this one, if we know the value of A, since it's an isosceles right triangle, if we know the value of A, then we know the value of B. So really, we only need to solve for either A or B, and then A will simply equal B. All right, well, let's get going, you guys. Well, the 5 root 2 in this problem is the side directly across from the right angle, which means it's the hypotenuse. Okay, so I'm going to use that to help us solve. The A and the B are the legs of the triangle. Okay, so I'm just going to solve for A first. So I'm going to say 1 over the leg, which is A, will equal root 2 over the hypotenuse, which in this case is 5 root 2. All right, let's cross multiply. A times root 2 is simply A root 2, or root 2A, doesn't matter. Okay, and that will equal the other way. So 1 times 5 root 2 is 5 root 2. And now I need to simply solve for A. So the root 2 and the A are secretly multiplying together. So the way that you're going to move root 2 to the other side is by dividing it on both sides of the equation. Okay, which root 2 divided by root 2 will cancel out and turn to 1. Okay, we're left with 5 root 2 over root 2. And again, you guys, the 2 root 2's will also cancel out on this side, which means we're just simply left with A equals 5 times 1, which is simply just A equals 1. I'm sorry, 5 times 1, which is 5. Jeez Louise, Miss Long. All right, and since A equals B, that means that B will also equal 5. Look at that. Okay, now using that, we can now use what we got for A to help us solve for sides C and D down here. And this one is going to be a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, so we already know A is 5 from up here. Okay, let's label our sides first before we get started. So the A, the side across from the 30 degrees, is our short leg. The side across from the 60 degrees is the long leg. And the side directly across from the 90-degree angle is the hypotenuse. Okay, we know the short leg, so I'm going to use the short leg ratio 2 times. All right, so we have 1 over 5 twice. Okay, and that will equal All right, C is our long leg, so that'd be root 3 over C. All right, and then D is the hypotenuse, so it'd be 2 over D. All right, well, let's solve this thing, you guys. So C times 1 is C, and then 5 times root 3, well, you can't combine those. So it'd be just simply 5 root 3. And bam, we already know that one. All right, then the other one, 1 times D is D, and 5 times 2 is 10. So guess what, you guys? Now we know all the sides. We know A and B are both 5, so if you want to label your picture. And then C is 5 root 3, and D is 10. Look at that. Wasn't that cool? So in these problems, you learn how to combine your ratios with the 45, 45, 90 triangle and the 30, 60, 90 triangle. Well, that was a problem, you guys. Nice job, you guys. Until next time, toodaloo.